With me now in studio is Asian business expert Tal Reshef to talk more about that. Pompeo made a very pointed dig at China alongside Netanyahu. It may have caught Netanyahu off guard. Is Israel kind of caught in the middle here between a growing, at least economic war between the U.S. and China when it comes to infrastructure and business ties?
Absolutely, yes. And it is not a new thing. It lasts so far at least 20 years. We saw the beginning of it in the year 2000 when we had the crisis regarding the air surveillance aircraft that Israel intended to sell to the Chinese. That its sale was blocked by the Americans at that time, and which caused the deterioration in relations between Israel and China. And since then, it continues. The relationship between Israel and China that suffered afterwards are flourishing on the last years. If I remember well, during the last years, the last decade, it grew with 400%. The volume of investments, of sales, and of import and export, and so on. Israel needs China very much. It's the third biggest trade partner after the United States and the European Union.
You mentioned how Israel really needs China as a strong economic partner. China now has a major investment when it comes to to port control in several Israeli cities. Infrastructure contracts, as well as wireless technology. Does Israel need to re-examine those relationships after clear evidence that China covered up and hid, misled the international community about the coronavirus, misled international investigators? Does Israel have to take a closer look at the partnership?
Israel is taking already a closer look from top to bottom in all the parts and ranks of the Israeli administration, because the sensitivity is clear since the year 2000 to everybody. The point is that Israel does not really have any direct interest to be afraid from China. China is not a threat to Israel in any way that I can see.
What about the concerns of technological spying? Something that, if China has major contracts with access to the ports and building wireless or computer technology, perhaps there's a surveillance, espionage concern.
Yes, of course it can be, but they do not need this project in order to put surveillance. Today, most of the surveillance is done from remote. People in Shanghai are busy now when you and me are talking here on espionage in Israel, in European Union, and elsewhere, in anything that interests them. And if they want to watch from close the ships, the American ships that are entering the harbor of Haifa, they just need to rent an apartment in Haifa. Not more than that.
How quickly then do you think the U.S.-China partnership, economic partnership, will resume after the COVID-19 pandemic? How will things change?
I'm not sure that things are going to be changing from one day to the other, but there's a very slow and very continuing change that is taking effect already for years. China is getting stronger and stronger and more becoming a central power. And after all the criteria that I'm aware to, they are going to become stronger than the United States in a few years, economically speaking, and not only economically. So we have to prepare to the day that China is going to be the leader, the main leader of the world. No, there will not be only one leader, but there will be a game between China, the United States, European Union, India, maybe even more, and Israel in the middle of it is well tied to the United States, but has to keep other options.
All right, Tal, thank you so much for your analysis on this very important issue. Great to have you.